Hey, YouTube. So, water sports. Come on, player. Y'all watch the news today. This country going to hell in a handbasket. Our president of the United States is hiring Russian hookers to pee on each other. As far as we know, it's just on each other. But you know, we don't get everything. Pee on each other and pee on his bed. Come on, player. in the timeless words of Cadillac Kimberly, I believe every single word of it. Donald Trump, multi-billionaire. This is what he don't want. This is what he don't want people to know. If you don't want no people to know about it, don't do it, honey. Anyway, so Comey has wrote this book now. Y'all know Comey was the former head of the FBI who Donald Trump started his presidency by firing. It almost seemed like it was the same week. He's writing this book and he's talking all about how embarrassed Trump was about this story about him hiring hookers in Russia involving water sports. I think the water sports is the most humiliating part for him. People don't want their stuff to get out, not sexual stuff, particularly not fetishes. Now, a fetish is not something you do once. If it's a fetish, it's something you enjoy doing. It's something you find erotic. Something unusual that you find erotic. So that means there are other witnesses out there. So ladies, please come forward. If you've had experiences with our president, and this is not because this is what's going to get him impeached, but this is because it makes him mad as hell. I love when I hear things that make him mad. When his secrets are exposed. So I'll say it again. If you have a fetish, if you like looking at people's toes, you don't just look at one set of toes and that's it. Whatever your fetish is, you want people to, I don't know, they got all kind of stuff. They got so much, I can't keep up with it. Thank God for porn. We can learn vicariously. You ain't gonna do it once, honey. That means many people have been peed on by Trump or peed in the presence of Trump. Piss seems to be a theme here. So please come forward. Tell your story. Maybe if you can find a way to work it, you can manipulate it to a few coins for yourself like the rest of them. I don't know. But that's the thing. Comey didn't release this book, and Comey apparently is a kind of a petty guy. You think of him as being the head of the FBI, you know, all pulled up strictly by the book kind of thing. But he takes pleasure in talking about this Donald Trump's hands, size of his hands and all that. He says, for what we hear so far, we just got a few excerpts from the news tonight. Talking about Trump's hands, not because he thinks that's any kind of important story, but he knows he bugs the shit out of Trump. Remember how mad he would get because people talk about the size of his hands? Which implies the size of other parts of him. So they like ruffling his feathers. And I imagine Comey is going to get his revenge in this book that is released next week. Hopefully there will be excerpts. I'm sure there will be. Because obviously there's a lot of serious things we need to be checking out in there. But we believe Comey anyway. So far, he hasn't said anything that we already know about. And yes, we do believe him. I think the petty stuff is thrown in just because it will embarrass Trump and make him angry. People who have all these fetishes, I do no confessions in this thing, but people have strange stuff that they do. Believe me, I know. Years ago, I was a 19-year-old hustler in Hollywood. I was exposed to many men. And the strangest thing, I thought it was the strangest things then, is the more powerful they were, the more rich these men were. You can always tell by the cars they drove. the more passive they were. People who have a lot of power in their life, in their real life, in their fantasy life, it is not uncommon that they want to do the opposite role reversal. They want you to make them crawl on the floor and eat out the doggy bowl and all this kind of stuff. So no, it does not surprise me that Donald Trump would have people wanting to piss on him. They said they watched the girls pee on each other, but I would imagine if my memory is right, some of them sprinkles got on him as well. Right, that's why I believe it. Okay, and what else did this guy Comey? Well, Comey it sounded like he's just rehashing the things that we already know. I don't know how you fill a book up with that. I believe that the story is more of a memoir about his life after meeting Trump, the whole experience. And Trump has caused damage. You know, he seems to be very casual about firing people. Trump has no problem firing people, asking for their resignation and stuff like that. But when you have worked your entire life at doing something, and you have crawled your way up to the top of that profession, whatever it is, you end up in the White House. I mean, that's something you've dedicated your whole life to. That's not like you just go and apply there and they just hire you and you go work. No, he's ruined these people's lives. And they're not only their livelihood, granted, these are educated people. A lot of them can get jobs with other companies, do other things. But many of these guys are in their reclining years. They're close to retirement. One of them, he fired the damn day before his retirement. Yeah, he's going to pay a price for that. Trump's going to pay a price for it. But I thought it was so amusing that Trump's into water sports. So if he's into that, then he does other things. He's prone to fetishes. There's all kind of fetishes, child. I wish we can get what if this dude? Wait a minute. What if Mueller gets a warrant to go into Trump's house in his private places and things, and all these hidden little places he has where he keeps all the leather stuff and all the kink? Can you imagine the things they could find? So maybe he'll do one of these midnight raids on Trump's residences and find out what really goes on. Anyway. So that's the news. I got to run to the gym now. Take the dog. My dog, come here, baby. Come here and say hello. Jimmy, come here, boy. Come here. Come here. I want to show the people. Come here. Come here, Jimmy. Oh, he's running from me. I was going to show you. He got a little thing on his nose now. It makes him sound like, I finally figured out what making him sound like a hog. He got, I think it might be a tumor inside of his nostril. It makes him breathe strange. So we're going to have to fix him up again. But, okay. Did you vote for... Piss. Well, at least it's not the other, at the other end. Let's be grateful for that at least.